How much should your man make in a year?
Can we make it monthly?
Sure.
At least 100K a month.
Isn't that a bit high compared to the average income out there?
Well, if I'm talking about my partner, I don't think so.
Why not?
If I'm making 10K a month, he should be making 10 times more than me. And that kind of puts me in the feminine position, and I view him as the masculine, as the main provider in our family, as we're going to grow, expand our family.
100K a month? She's not even that attractive, maybe a 4 to 5 without makeup. The only man making 100K a month is using her face for NBA full court basketball. Between her forehead and teeth, you've got all the backboards you need. These women are beyond delusional when they aren't even close to high value. The entitlement is off the charts.
One of the biggest lies I used to tell myself, but I thought was the truth when I was single before I got married, was men are intimidated by me. I thought because I had a house, a car, been driving BMW since I was 24 years old, I thought that because I made a lot of money, that men just couldn't handle it, they were intimidated, and they were turned off because I was doing better than them. That is one of the biggest lies, or the things that we think, when really the problem is us. If you find yourself saying, well, men are just intimidated by me, I make too much money, they don't like that I'm just direct and I stand up for myself. If you keep getting that kind of results from men, most likely it's not because they're intimidated, they just don't like you. And I'm not trying to say this to be mean or to be like nasty, but that was what I was going through. They thought I was attractive, they liked being around me, but they just weren't into me because the way that I exuded my ego. A lot of women don't realize when they make money and they have all these accomplishments, the ego drives the conversation. It drives your energy, how you carry yourself, how you interact with men, where your ego is like, well, because you're not on my level, da 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 da. And nobody wants to be treated like that, man or woman. I'll give you guys a perfect example. Girl with the pink dress on Pop the Balloon. A lot of people were like, oh, I like her personality. She seems funny. She seems cool. She even said she was a sweetheart. And all those things can be true. That does not mean that's what's attractive to a man. Ladies, the things that we like about ourselves and the things that we like about our homegirls does not mean that men find that attractive or want that to be what they want in a relationship. And I'm not saying change who you are to appease a man, but if you're not getting the results that you want in the dating sphere and you want to be married, you have to check how you talk to people, how you treat people, the energy you have. Normally it stems from childhood. Normally it stems from being an overachiever. It stems from being somebody that's very type A. It stems from being somebody that is a perfectionist. Normally, when people are like that to themselves, they're hyper critical of other people. So if you tend to have this personality trait where you're very defensive, you're standoffish, you have your guard up 24/7, 365, and you don't know how to let your hair down and have fun and speak to people lightly, gracefully, then you could probably have this problem. So just do some self-reflection, sis. It might not be because he's intimidated. He might just not like you.
So you're a good guy that's been friend zoned. I need you to listen to this. The girl that chose not to have a romantic relationship with you has no say in your worth. See, because she doesn't know you deeply. And I know that you think that she's beautiful and you want her to like you like that. And your intentions are pure, so you think that she should give you a chance. But it's her choice to not see you like that. She's not ready for that. And she may never be ready for that. So do you want to, and why would you want to wait for somebody that does not see how amazing you are?
When a woman approaches a male in the dating scene these days, she may be quickly rejected and frequently given the "I have got a girlfriend" line as an excuse to not engage in conversation. Women typically flee after one of these encounters. But men are supposed to pursue relentlessly, overcoming multiple barriers in the process, only to attract attention. Men frequently feel like they have to go above and beyond to gain attention, which makes this dynamic feel more and more one-sided. Dating can be a frustrating experience for many guys because to the continual pressure to please, which makes them feel like they are acting in a circus where the effort is highly skewed in one direction. Men are frequently criticized by women for their actions, which exposes the age-old double standard. They will go to considerable pains to defend their behavior, but they do not show much sympathy for men who make mistakes. Men are supposed to be charming, engaging, and attentive all the time. But when the roles are reversed, there is a glaring lack of effort on the part of the opposite gender. Men are under pressure to live up to high expectations as a result of this dynamic, while women are less likely to put in the same amount of work. This leads to an imbalance. It is a frustratingly hypocritical attitude that devalues many guys. Genuine parity in partnerships necessitates mutual comprehension, wherein both sides are prepared to exert effort and show forgiveness, instead of holding one another to disparate standards.
Nobody thinks they're average, or most people do not think that they are average. Is this confidence or is this delusion? And what inspired this video was me posting a TikTok from one of my girl interviews. To say the comments were concerning and eye-opening is actually an understatement. So now let me read some of the comments to you. Average has nothing to do with me. Some of us don't want to be average. LOL, okay, but these are based on averages and I'm not looking for an average man. I don't give an F. I want my man to be pulling 500K. My soul left my body when I read that one. No one can survive with less than 70K. Let's be very for real. Are we okay? If you can't survive on 70K, you have a spending problem.
Do you have a sense of how many men you've slept with?
Yeah, it's not like 300 or anything. It's like 136, I think.
136? Okay.
Yeah. Which is a lot, but
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there one week where there was just like you went on a tear and it was like 20 dudes?
Yeah.
Do you know how much in the most in 1 week? Like 30, 20, 30?
Not 20 to 30. It's probably like 8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
8 to 10. So that one, the 6 in the night, that was just, you went hard.
Yeah.
You went hard.
I went ham.
Okay.
The fact that more guys are adopting the MGTOW philosophy is not surprising. Is it fair to blame them? These days, dating is like pulling teeth. Women are expected to just observe and pass judgment, whereas men are expected to spontaneously generate interesting conversations. Men are left to handle the aftermath when things unavoidably go wrong, while women move on to the next guy without giving it a second thought. It is therefore not mysterious when you witness fewer guys approaching women. It combines every issue with the distorted dynamics between men and women in today's society. The dating scene has completely changed. Why do males today approach women in a different way? For in their hearts, guys are beginning to wonder if they really want to remain with these women any longer.
I have a comment about the body count thing. I think it's like crude to talk about that.
If a man had been prosecuted multiple times for domestic abuse, would you consider that to be something which was pertinent for you to know?
Yes.
How come? It doesn't mean that he's
because
going
he
to domestic. Hang on. It doesn't mean that he's going to domestically abuse you. Why do you feel like it's pertinent for you to know that information?
Because it's like informed consent. You know, like I need to know that that's a potential risk in my relationship.
Right. So because it's throwing out red flags for risk, right? Why would body count be any different than that?
Because are you talking about risk as far as STD? Because there could be
not just
safe
STDs,
sex
but there's all sorts of other risks which come with it. So the thing is that as we look at the details here, we're using risk assessment models, right? We're trying to assess risk for the same reason that you would want to disclose to you if a man had been charged and is guilty of domestic abuse. Why would that then be wrong for a man to want to know the body count of a woman to assess his own risk?
I saw a video the other day. A girl's like, men are afraid to come up to us. They're not afraid to come up to you. I mean, maybe some feel a little insecure, but by and large, they're just like, I don't need this aggravation today. I don't need some diva aggravation today, because more often than not, what do? Nasty, like a little attitude, puckered lips. You know the pucker look. They're tired. They're tired. They're tired of getting made fun of. They're tired of being, abused. They're tired of getting, I'm a meme now. Because why? Because I looked your way for 2 seconds in the gym?
Obtaining a woman's attention was difficult in the days before social media and smartphones were commonplace. To express your interest in her, you had to go up to her directly. There were no quick cuts available. Before you could ask her out, you had to get dressed up, conform to social norms, and possibly even acquire her parents' approval. However, right now, you can talk with anyone, anywhere, with just one click. It used to be exciting to date because it was challenging. Everything you did had to be carefully thought out, which added to the excitement. Guys were encouraged to make that risky first move since they did not have the luxury of pre-approaching someone by stalking their social media accounts. Instead, you had to base your decision on your mental image of them.
Let's talk about why the friend zone does not exist. Friend zone is this made-up idea that was essentially created by men who try to justify any rejection by a woman.
Now, to this creator's credit, she may be genuinely unfamiliar with the phenomenon I'm about to describe because she as a person may be very direct and forward with men in her life, but not all women are. Friend zone is a very specific kind of relationship where, while the woman may refer to the man as her friend, she's also constantly leading him on for one reason or another, usually some kind of personal gain. These are the kinds of relationships where she calls him her friend, but then gets jealous when he hangs out with other girls or likes another girl. She expects him to go on date-like activities with her and even sometimes expects him to pay. Some guys will use the friend zone as an excuse for getting rejected, but most of the time, it's these guys who are dealing with these really awkward, ambiguous middle ground relationships where they're constantly expected to give boyfriend benefits without receiving any girlfriend benefits.
The things that men tell me and other women tell me about their relationships, women's standards for themselves is in hell. It always shocks me. I'm like, you what? I'm sorry, but at this point, like, we live in a time now where women are becoming self-made millionaires left and right. You have the option to do that. Like, why are you guys dating men if your standards are in hell? You need to go see a therapist. You need to go do some healing. If you were dating men and like y'all are like, oh, I'm a dream girl. No, girl, you're Papa John's. It's hot and ready and to the door in 30 minutes. Like, how are y'all's standards so in hell? And it makes me feel like I'm crazy. I'm like, damn, how am I getting away with all the shit that I'm getting away with? Because apparently there's all these women walking around who will accept down here. Like, that is the standard. That's what I hear more often than not. Women's standards, even if they're gorgeous, beautiful, whatever, their standards are in the pit of hell. So I'm like, how am I getting away from asking for this when like 99% of women are asking for this shit? Y'all need to have some self-respect. I cannot believe the shit that I hear sometimes from women and from men. I will meet a man who's 5'3" and ugly and has no money, and he's dating a supermodel who pays half his rent. Like, that is what I'm seeing. And we should all hold each other accountable for that and maybe bring back shame a little bit. Bring back shame. Because we gotta increase the standard of our overall demographic. Because holy hell is it in the fucking gutter.
Distance was a real barrier. Therefore, dating inside your circle was the norm back then. Even while it is simple to video chat with someone on the other side of the globe these days, dating no longer has the authenticity that formerly defined it.
Never suggest to a woman that you're interested in that if things don't work out, we could be friends. That is so horribly unattractive. Like, even if she was into you when she saw you, even if she thought you were cute, you had the attitude walking over, even if you deliver the great intro line, you have that little tag in there, like, if it doesn't work, we can be friends. Oh man, she's just like, bye.
Why do males no longer approach women? It is easy. The benefits are no longer greater than the drawbacks, according to their calculations. The pros now outweigh the drawbacks in dating, and the scales have tipped. Men are discovering that putting in the effort frequently results in disappointment, stemming from factors such as high expectations and rejection anxiety. Many guys are considering re-evaluating the conventional dating method since the risks and hurdles are now too great. Consequently, there is less incentive to pursue, which has led to an increasing sense of imbalance in the dating scene.
You don't have to be our type for us to fuck you.
That's true.
You feel me? And you can be in our friend zone, and we fuck women in our friend zone.
But see, that's the difference between men and women, because women don't have sex with the men they put in the friend zone.
Not at all.
But
Not
men
generally.
put women in the friend zone that they have sex with. So why do y'all have sex? Because you know you playing.
Nah, because we don't waste time. We do what makes sense.
Okay.
See, y'all go on dates with men that y'all won't fuck, and we fuck women that we wouldn't even take on dates. So what make most sense to you? You know?
And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.